Welcome back, folks. My name is David Mulligan, your host on the Writers Bloc on Virtual Channel Network. We're going to continue our coverage of Christopher Nolan's Inception, an Oscar-nominated script. Okay, let's talk about this. I'm very interested in this. And I wrestle with this with my scripts. Page 10, halfway down. Interior dilapidated hotel room day. Author opens the silver case. A complex mechanism of tubes, syringes, dosage controllers. Author's hands fly across the machine's controls as he glances at Sato's striking face. So, obviously this mechanism, as Christopher Nolan describes it, this mechanism is the device used when you want to go into somebody else's dream, right? It's got these tubes, it's got syringes and dosage controllers, and it's in a silver case. That's it. That's all he describes. He never goes into more detail. I think the machine's controls, and there's a button later on described. But that's it. He doesn't go into anything else. He doesn't talk about exactly how it works. He doesn't get into it. That's as far as he needs to go with it. And I guess for the movie, I saw the movie, and a lot of people have seen the movie. I guess it worked out very well. I mean, when they made the device, I guess the device in the movie really did look like what it said here, and not much more. Perhaps that was a conscious choice, so that we didn't get into the technology of it, but stuck with the story and what the main character's problem was, not necessarily the technology that would help him solve it. You know what I mean? So, why do I bring this up? Well, I bring this up because I'm a sci-fi writer, and I like to write about things that don't exist. This thing doesn't exist. It's not real. He made it up in his head, right? And when you make up things in your head, they have to be consistent with reality. They have to be consistent with the story. How far do you go? If you were to write about a time machine, right? How many time machine movies are there? Holy crap. Or books, for that matter, right? So the main character somehow gets involved with this time machine. And the time machine can be described in myriad ways. Oh my God, thousands and thousands of ways, right? How do you know the way that you want it? Is it something that you sit in? Is it a hot tub, like a hot tub time machine? You know, is it like H.G. Wells? Is it like Stargate? You know, all different kinds of ways. And in this case, when Christopher Nolan gets into this device that helps people go into other people's dreams, he just calls it a mechanism. That's it. It's as far as he goes, and this is pretty much as far as he describes it. And does it work? Yeah, I guess it does. I don't really see the need for any more information about the device. You could, but this is a pretty long script, 146 pages, so maybe we should just keep moving with the story and forgetting about the action description of anything about the device, only that it exists and that it works, and that's it. So if you're writing a sci-fi or writing a fantasy for that matter, yeah, you may describe something just like this. Just put it out there, its function, some of its functionability, because obviously it needs syringes, it needs dosage controllers, and it needs tubes, right? That's basically it. It doesn't really talk, it doesn't have a screen that we know of or anything like that. So, interesting. And it's a very important device, and yet, we leave a lot to the imagination. Moving on. Top of page 12. Sometimes when something is very important, you want to put it all in caps, the whole sentence. You know, he pulls out a gun, you know, which is very surprising for whatever reason or whatever. And it's all in caps. And he has it here. He has, Cobb is swamped by water, spun in all directions at once. He pulls deeper or for the surface. We can't tell. I like that. We can't tell. That's, for me, that's an important description on how to shoot that, but also how the reader should feel, right? We can't tell. I don't know if he's going up or down, and that's a pretty harrowing place to be. So something to consider. Take a look at that. I'm not sure on the having it all in caps, if it's not something that I really like to do often, and he does it for 3 lines, but still, I liked what he did here. All right, folks, we'll go ahead and stop here. I hope to see you next week as I continue my coverage of Christopher Nolan's Inception.